Imagine getting 7% growth, 8 stocks invested in the Nairobi Securities Exchange. These are the stocks we reviewed in June, and we are doing a further review to see the progress. Of course, some have gained, some have lost, and that is why we are here to see the growth, or to see whether it was still wise to keep invested. Remember, we looked at the analysis based on investing 112,000 in 2025, and now we need to see how much growth has changed from June 2026. So basically what I am saying is that these stocks appreciated by 51% since June 2025. And this is based on an investment of 100 shares of each of the 8 stocks. So the current value, we are looking at 168,825. Remember, share prices change so often, even within a day they change several times. So this is just an assessment as at mid-July 2026. So the share prices I'm going to share today is based on sometime mid-July. Remember, the prices change so often. You can have a certain price in the morning, by midday it has changed, by afternoon, by evening. So if this does not resonate with the price as the time you're watching the video, know that it is based on roughly mid of July. Okay, we talked about around 156,000 in June as the value, and now we are looking at 168,823. That is growth by 11,872, being 7% within a month. As I always say, shares are high risk, and of course that means high returns, and that is why you can see in a month you can make 7%. In 10 months you can make 70% or even more, or perhaps even lose more, because you know shares are volatile. Okay, in today's episode we are going to look at the growth of the different stocks. Surprisingly, only one of the stocks depreciated. We're going to also look at the growth between June and July, why people make money in the stock market, the risks in the stock market, and who should invest in the stock market, especially in this second half of the year. Hello good people, hope you're doing well. JC is my name, and this is the Money and Growth Circle, where we are working towards financial peace and ultimately financial freedom. If this is your kind of content, make sure you're subscribed and turn on the notification bell so that every time you have a new upload, you will be notified. Let's get to the video. We start by the value of the shares in June and July, so that we can see the variance. Is it significant? Is it negligible? Or is it something that can make you consider investing in the stock market? Disclaimer, stock market is risky. So if you're a beginner, this is not for you. This is for someone who already has an emergency fund and who is willing to take risks. And of course, someone who understands what the stock market entails. I've always said time and again, before you put your money in any investment, understand everything you need to know about it, including the risks in its entirety. So we're going to look at the stocks, the value in June and the value in July, to see the ones which have appreciated and by how much. Okay, so we start by BAT. The value in June was 520, and then July is 583. It has appreciated by 63 shillings per share, which is so cool. Can you imagine that growth? And let me remind you, in case you missed our previous episode, make sure you check it out. it is also important. Let me remind you, BAT was among the companies paying dividends generously, if I may use the word. They paid 70 shillings per share. So if you're wondering whether you need to invest, if you're a dividend hunter, this is one of the stocks that you should be considering. Okay, you can see it is appreciating in capital gains, and also it is still doing well when it comes to dividends. Actually, I want to take you back to the video that I shot, and one of the comments that came up was someone who said that BAT was cheaper and they're waiting for the prices to go down. Well, as you can see, between June and July, the stock has appreciated by 63 shillings. So if you're still waiting for it to go down, it may shock you. Okay, then we go to Stanbic. Stanbic was 286 shillings. It has appreciated to 292, that is 6 shillings growth. Stanbic paid dividends of 22.35 shillings per share. Kakuzi 435.75 in July, 455 in June. That is the only stock that has depreciated since I shared in June, and it has depreciated by 19 shillings and 25 cents. We will continue monitoring. Actually, I plan to do this on a monthly basis so that we can see if someone considered investing after I uploaded the first video. Are they reaping benefits? Is their investment growing? How are they faring? How are they handling the ups and downs of the stock market? So keep it here for monthly review of these specific stocks, and if we feel there are some stocks that we should consider reviewing, they will also be included as we continue. And you can also suggest the ones that we can add so that at least you have a bigger picture of what to look forward to or what to consider when you want to invest in the stock market. Okay, then we go to Diamond Trust Bank. It is at 146. It was at 139. That is, it has appreciated by 7 shillings and 75 cents. Okay, and they paid dividends at 9 shillings. Kakuzi paid dividends at 16 shillings per share. So you can see they're also having some good money when it comes to dividends, especially if you have invested a significant number of shares. Okay, so we get to Car and General. The value of the stock was 82. Now it is 119.25. It has appreciated by 37.25. And they paid dividends of 3 shillings and 12 cents. CIC Insurance was 2 shillings and 36 cents. Now 4 shillings and 43 cents. It has appreciated by 2 shillings and 7 cents. Then we have KPLC at 18.8 shillings in July, 7.65 in June. It has appreciated by 11 shillings and 15 cents. We have NCBA at 88.25. Now it was 77.5, appreciating by 10 shillings and 75 cents. So in total, the current value of the shares is 168,823. We are talking of 800 shares. That is 100 shares of each of the stocks we have talked about, as compared to June, which was 156,951. For dividends, CIC Insurance paid 0.13. KPLC paid dividends at 0.30, and CBA paid dividends at 7 shillings and 10 cents. So as you can see, all these companies were paying dividends. So if you're a dividend hunter, these are some of the companies that you should be considering investing. If you had 800 shares of each, then you got yourself 12,800 shillings in dividends. Of course, then you deduct withholding tax. Okay, so these are the companies you should be considering. So assuming you even invested today, you would, and maybe the dividends are being paid after today, you would get an 8% return. So that is cool, I guess. Okay, so I'd love to know, have you invested in the stock market? How is your experience? If you haven't, why have you not considered investing in the stock market? Disclaimer: these prices are based on the current value. They can always go up or they reduce. So as we do the review in the next month, we will see how consistent they are when it comes to growth or maybe depreciation. Do they grow, or are they stagnant, or do they keep growing? So far they have shown growth. So let's keep monitoring, so that if maybe you're focusing on considering investing in the stock market, maybe come the new year, as we are strategizing for the new year also, maybe you might have missed the opportunity this year, but come 2027 you get an opportunity to start investing in the stock, and you're looking for those stocks that will try and keep you a bit stable. You know, stocks are volatile. Today you wake up with a loss of 20,000, tomorrow you wake up with a gain of 50,000. So they keep fluctuating. So before you make that decision, you must have an emergency fund, you must be ready to take risks, and you must understand the stocks that you're investing in. What we take from this analysis is, you don't need every investment to win. You need winners to outweigh the losers. That is why diversification matters. I would also want to highlight something from a comment in a previous video, that someone said, instead of putting in 8 stocks, why can't I put in 1? Imagine if you put in Kakuzi and it depreciated, and perhaps it's your first investment, you might feel demotivated. But if you have like the portfolio of the 8, you can see there is still some level of stability. You can see some green here and some red here. And that is what you need, because that also motivates you. So diversification is not optional, it's a must. So I would like to highlight how people make money in the stock market. They make money in 2 ways. One, capital gains, what we have looked at in terms of the value you bought the stock and the current value. Like what we have said, BAT, if you bought in June, you bought it at 520, and now in July it is 583. So the difference between 520 and 583, which is 63, is capital gains, and that is how you are rewarded for investing in the stock market. The second way is dividends. The same way, every year companies declare dividends. So if perhaps your interest is earning dividends, then you need to look for the companies that pay dividends. Like the ones I have listed, they all pay dividends, and the prices vary, so you can try and accommodate your budget per month to be able to buy something. In the long run, if you're consistent, you'll see the results. I have said the stock market is risky, so let's look at some of the risks. Number 1, the prices of the stock may fall. Sometimes significant, sometimes it can even give you a heartache. Imagine buying something at 500 and the next day it goes down to 100. Or the recent scenario, we had the Family Bank shares. They started from below 20, they went all the way to 50, and then now they have stabilized at around 20 something. Can you imagine someone who bought at 50 and perhaps was hoping to sell to someone else who might come later when they have appreciated. The assumption is there's someone who bought the stocks expecting that they are going to appreciate and they're going to sell them maybe at 70 or 80, and then this happens. So if this happens, then you're stuck with your shares, because I've always said it's not advisable to sell when the prices are low. Don't make a loss. And that is why you should never invest money you need within a short period in the stock market, because you need to give it time to grow and give it time to withdraw when it's convenient for you, not when demand calls or an emergency calls you to withdraw. I hope you're getting, and that is why I always say put your emergency fund in a money market fund, not in a risky investment, because one day you might wake up and it will shock you. Let me know in the comment section, have you ever found yourself in a situation of buying stocks, expecting the prices to go up, then they shock you, and then you really suffer, or you're even scared to go back to the stock market again? Let's engage. Or if you've never invested in the stock market, what is holding you back? I'd love to know. The stock market also reacts to economic conditions, interest rates, companies' earnings, political developments, and investor sentiments. If you see a decline in your stock portfolio, 10%, 20%, and you want to sell, clearly the stock market is not for you. Stock market rewards patience, not panic. And if you're finding yourself being forced to sell at a loss, why did you do that business in the first place? Think and strategize 3 to over 5 years when it comes to the stock market before you put your money in the stock market. So, who should invest in the stock market? Someone who has an emergency fund in place, someone who does not have a short-term expensive debt, someone who can leave money invested for at least 5 years and more, someone who understands the fluctuations in the stock market and who is emotionally stable, not to start panic selling or to have sleepless nights while investing in the stock market, someone who wants to build long-term wealth. You should not invest in the stock market if you need the money next month, you don't have an emergency fund, you cannot tolerate temporary declines, you're investing for FOMO, fear of missing out, or you've heard your friend has made money in the stock market, you expect to double your money or get rich quickly. The stock market is an investment, not a lottery. So here is the biggest lesson. The goal is not to find a stock that doubles overnight. The goal is to have a portfolio that helps you grow over time. A balanced portfolio will give you constant growth. While if you focus on one stock, in case of fluctuations, you will see the declines and they will not be having cushions like the one we have seen. Out of 8 stocks, only 1 has depreciated. If you're wondering whether you should consider investing in the stock market, or you're trying to think of how you can structure your investment journey, and you're wondering which is the best approach to take, or you have tried a few options which are not really working for you, and you need guidance coming up with an investment portfolio, you can always book a session. Let's engage and work around something that aligns with your goal, something that aligns with your current financial position as we continue to make money moves one at a time. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new, kindly consider subscribing. If you're returning, thank you so much for always coming back to watch our videos. See you on the next one. Bye.